Las Vegas tonight. Please welcome our prime. Colors and proud
I welcome you all to this momentous occasion for our family, wedding of our beloved son Aruhn with Yoo Jin, joining the Lees of Seoul and Venkats of Las Vegas. I am delighted to see all of you here with us on this occasion.
Hi everyone, good evening. First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here in spite of this pandemic, and I'm going to take this opportunity to thank every one of you here, starting with my family who have come from abroad in spite of the pandemic. The first and foremost whom I want to thank is my mom, who is sitting here. She came all the way from India just for the love of her grandson. She lost my dad 6 months ago. In spite of that, she's here in front of us. And even though she's so small, she is very strong, and she is the source of inspiration for all of us in our family. And I would like to thank my uncle, who has come all the way from India just to bring my mom and be here for this special occasion and help us out in every single way he can. I would like to thank him a lot for that. And next, I would like to thank my sisters. 2 sisters. They have done all the shopping for me for this wedding. Paying attention to every single detail, and so many phone calls and WhatsApp messages. I think they even blocked my number for a while there because I was calling them so many times.
All for the love for the little boy.
And I want to thank my nephews, Rahul, and also Ashwin Bala and Arvind. We're all here and my cousins and niece who are not here, but I can help you as everyone. And I want to thank Eugene's parents, Mr. Lee, Mrs. Chen, and your brother and sister-in-law, and all the family and friends here. I want to set a special thanks to my Las Vegas family, my friends who have been helping us out throughout this whole ordeal, and finally a grand occasion tonight. Thank you very, very much.
Let me take a couple of minutes to indulge you in describing our Kutti Paya. Kutti means small. It all started in Sunrise Hospital where he was born. We wanted to name him Aruhn. The Indian way of spelling Aruhn is A-R-U-N. I can't do anything without a script, so we were concerned that it will be pronounced Aruhn. Raji and I, not being native speakers of English, were concerned and asked the medical staff at the time of birth how to spell Aruhn. They spelled it as A-R-U-H-N, which is unlike A-R-U-N. Of course, Aruhn hates the H in the middle of his name. And Aruhn really means dawn, sun, and brightness, which befits his personality very well. Incidentally, he was born at the time of sunrise at the Sunrise Hospital. Aruhn loves sports. Actually, he has all kinds of statistics about all kinds of sports. He knows a lot of different things. This person graduated from Texas A&M. He played for Miami and all other stuff. And my early memories of him playing soccer and me teaching him how to tackle opponents and take the ball all the way up to the opponent's field. And I remember right after the game we used to go to Taco Bell. Aruhn loved it. Even now he loves Taco Bell. And I used to do the after game quarterbacking in the car. He hated that. And in high school and college, I remember he went to UNLV for Boyd Law School, and he played ping pong with me almost every day. It was time for us to solve all the national, global challenges, Supreme Court nominees, Supreme Court rulings, political squabbles, climate change, and economic crisis. It was all solved in a couple of years. And now Aruhn follows LA Lakers, USC Trojans, Man United Soccer, and Indian cricket. I don't know whether you like ice hockey yet, but anyway. Aruhn loves to read. He's a voracious reader. He reads all kinds of books. I think last year he told me his goal was to read a book a day. I think he wanted to beat President Obama. I think who did something like 365 books a day in a year. And the interesting thing is, he doesn't care what somebody likes. For their birthday or whatever the occasion is, he always gives everybody a book. And I've received a lot of books from him. I've gotten introduced to a lot of authors, and I love that. Because of him, I read a lot. Aruhn used to be a math Olympian, and I used to be his math coach. And that's where I sharpened my teaching skills. And thanks Aruhn for that help. Of course, there is a raging debate in the family, who knows more math, Aruhn or me? I know the answer. Some of you may know the answer, but anyway. Babs knows the answer, that's correct. And Aruhn is very, very careful to detail. He plans everything out, outlines, executes on a timeline. If he writes something, it's written, rewritten many, many, many times, thanks to his JD from Boyd Law School. I still send my writings to Aruhn for his opinion and edits. The material I send him has no resemblance to what I get back. It's thoroughly and thoughtfully amended. A couple of more things about Aruhn. Aruhn loves to debate. I talk to him almost every day, at least for 15, sometimes even an hour. Our conversations are about current, controversial, and interesting topics. Now he's a professor, we discuss many things related to academic life, challenges, and rewards. Aruhn is particularly not very ritualistic, even though he did all the religious ceremonies today, but he's very, very spiritual. He loves Stoicism, He's taught me a lot of Stoic principles in the last couple of years. He meditates, he works on mind control and all those kinds of interesting things. We are very, very proud of how Aruhn has turned out to be a handsome, smart, jovial, thoughtful, and meticulous young man.
Every mom starts talking about their son first, but I'm going to start with my beautiful daughter-in-law first. We met Eugene for the first time when we went to UC Irvine to see Aruhn. Both of them were doing their PhD. And the first thing that struck me about Eugene was her politeness. Of course, her exotic Korean beauty. And she's so sincere with everything she does. She takes care of herself very well, exercises every day, all those good stuff, which I don't do any of those things. She did tell me once that the body is like a temple. You shouldn't put everything into the temple. I wish I could follow that, so I would be much more healthier. She has gotten Aruhn into green smoothies, which they take every day, and Aruhn has turned out to be a very healthy guy compared to what he was before. And I used to think Aruhn was a perfect kid, but Eugene has made him even more perfect. We are very happy to see Eugene and Divya getting very close, and I'm so happy that Divya has a sister whom she can come to and look up to. Eugene has adapted to our culture very easily and very nicely. For example, when we go to visit her, she makes sure she makes yogurt, rice, and pickles for father-in-law. Now I need to talk about my little son because he's the one who got given. So I'm going to talk about Aruhn's kindness and love and his heart that's full of gold, because my husband did talk about the scholastic performance, whatever. The first incident I recall about Aruhn's kindness is we go to India periodically, and we did go to India one time when he was 7-year-old. I liked shopping from the street vendors. So we did buy some jewelry from a street vendor, and I walked away. This lady came running behind me and said, "You should get more jewelry." And I said, "No, I have bought enough, I don't need any more." She goes, "Your son has given me a lot of money." So I asked him, "What did you do?" He goes, "She has a baby that has no food. She's walking without shoes. She's carrying the baby. So I want her to buy a stroller. I want her to buy shoes for herself and eat." So I gave her the 1,000 rupees I had. And the second incident, when we go to India, we do go visit some of those disabled centers to go spend a day there and help out. One such incident, we went to a place called Vasantam in Chennai. We spent the whole day there. This place is for mentally and physically disabled children and adults. So after spending a day, we came out and I was in tears. He asked me, "Why am I crying?" And I said, "I feel bad for those people." He goes, "You feel bad because you think that they don't have what you have, but they're happy in their own world. So you should feel sorry for yourself, not for them." So one of the biggest quality that Aruhn has is uncontrollable laughter. That's very, very contagious and lights up the whole room. I want Aruhn and Eugene to stay like that all the time. It's a very nice laughter. You guys should hear it one time.
Mr. Lee and Mrs. Chun, we are delighted to share Aruhn with your family. Please adopt him as your son, your second son. We are excited to include Eugene as our daughter. Thanks for bringing our families together. Now, time for Venkat's pearls of wisdom. Eugene and Aruhn, never go to sleep sad or angry. Resolve your issues as soon as you can. Be accommodating and considerate to one another. More than you two as individuals, the family you build and the legacy you leave as a couple matter the most. Our best wishes for a peaceful, prosperous, long married life. At this time, I would like to recite a little poem one of our friends, Srini, who's in the audience, wrote for them. So just 4 lines. This is a wedding for Eugene Lee and Aruhn Venkart. I think it's pronounced slightly differently for it to rhyme. Venkart. They have shrewdly decided to tie the knot. Now that they have become husband and wife, let us all bless them for a long married life.
Let's give a nice hand, everyone, please. Thank you. And on behalf of Yoo Jin's family, we'd like to invite Mr. Jin Se Kim to read a translated speech.
아빠 이상순입니다.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sang-sun Lee, fathers of the bride from Seoul, South Korea.
먼저 이 자리를 빛내주시고 결혼식에 참석하여 주신 사돈 여러분, 그 친지 여러분, 선 후배, 동료, 교수, 친구 여러분께 우선 감사의 말씀을 드립니다.
First of all, I'd like to thank Raji, Rama, Aruhn, Divya, and all relatives for this wonderful wedding receptions, and Aruhn and Yoo Jin's colleagues and friends for coming.
특히 유시 어바인 대학의 토리 세버린 교수님이 오늘 참석하셨는데 정말 감사드리겠습니다. 토리 세버린 교수.
Specifically, many thanks to Dr. Derry Shefflin, who is Aruhn's and Yoo Jin's PhD advisor at UC Irvine. Thank you very much.
오늘 부부의 인연을 맺은 딸 유진과 사이 아룬 뱅켓 두 사람은 유시 어바인 대학에서 동문 수학을 하면서 서로의 미래를 약속하고 큰 사이로 발전한 것으로 아는데 이것은 둘만의 진정한 사람이 아니었나 생각되어집니다.
Today, my daughter Yoo Jin and my son-in-law Aruhn become life partners. What they have for each other must be a true love because they have developed their feelings and planned their future together during their PhD and afterwards.
신부 유진이의 어렸을 때를 돌이켜보면 학구열이 깊고 도전의식을 즐기며 꿈이 크고 이타심이 많은 여성이라고 생각되어집니다. 특히 2017년 유진이가 UCLA 어바인 캠퍼스에 조식을 할 때 아룬을 처음 만났는데 첫 in상이 키가 크고 내 마음에는 딱 들었다고 지금 말씀할 수 있습니다.
As I look back on Yoo Jin's childhood, she is a passionate for study, adventurous, dream big, social, and altruistic woman. And when I met Aruhn first time at 2017, he was tall, obviously, big-hearted, kind, and of course a handsome guy. So I feel Aruhn is more than perfect for Yoo Jin.
우리 유진이가 미국에서 장기간 공부를 하고 UC 롱비치 대학에 근무하기까지 약 한 7년 가까운 생활을 하면서 그 어려움을 이겨낸 것을 보고 아버지로서 저는 대단히 자랑스럽게 생각합니다.
I am very, very proud of my daughter that she overcame all the difficulties without having her family around 7 years. And now she finally became an assistant professor at the Cal State Long Beach.
앞으로 서로를 위한 관심과 배려로 서로의 사랑을 적극적으로 표현해가며 아름다운 사랑이 가득 찬 행복의 가정으로 만들어가기를 진심으로 바라고 있습니다.
Aruhn and Yoo Jin, I really wish both of you care each other, express love to each other every day, have a beautiful life with a full of love together.
둘 다 지금까지 정제해놓은 학문을 더욱더 발전시켜 제자들에게 잘 지도 교육하여 훌륭한 학자로 성공하기를 기원합니다.
Also, I really wish both of you continue to do tax and accounting field of study, advising your students, and become a successful scholar, researcher, and teacher. You should remember that.
둘 다 지금까지 정진해온 학문을 더욱더 발전시켜 제자들에게 잘 지도하고 교육하여 훌륭한 학자로 성공하기를 정말로 기원하겠습니다.
Same thing. So he really wanted you to become a successful scholar, researcher, and educator. He made it.
끝으로 유진이 아르훈 두 사람은 늘 건강하고 행복하고 서로의 원하는 대로 뜻을 펼치며 잘 살기를 바라고, 이제 유진이가 이제 미국에서 사니까 그 라마 아버지 그다음 어머니한테 라지 어머니한테 유진이를 이제는 인수인계를 하겠습니다. 행복하게 해 주시기 바랍니다. 잘 지도하시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
Last but not least, I wish Eugene and Aruhn to be always happy, healthy, having fun together, and achieve whatever you want in your life. And finally, please take my daughter as your daughter. Please.
Hello, good evening. This is Eugene Ma, Hejaze all. Thank you everyone for coming to Aruhn and Eugene wedding despite the difficulty traveling. And I want to give a special thanks to Aruhn's parents, Rama and Raji. Thank you so much for all the love you have given to my daughter. And please love my daughter to the best of your heart, even if she misbehave. Aruhn, Eugene, I wish you have a very happy life together and have as many children as possible to make both sides of parents. God bless you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Heja. Thank you, Sanction.
We are so happy to be celebrating the wedding of Aruhn and Yoo with all of you today. I am Aruhn's younger, smarter, and better-looking sister. I have had the distinct experience of knowing Aruhn for the last 30 years. My earliest memories of Aruhn were me figuring out ways to be the younger brother he always wanted. I often wore his clothes against my will. I learned what Age of Empires was, and I eagerly followed him around the house, trying desperately to participate in all of his games that centered around rock cities and Star Wars. Unfortunately, my passion for Hinduism and Tamil movies often fell flat in our conversations, and I was relegated to Aruhn's weird younger sister. My childhood experiences with Aruhn mostly centered on my best friends having crushes on Aruhn, and me plotting methods of playback. Aruhn, I did not intentionally cut your hand with the safety scissors as a kid, and was not the reason why you had to go to the emergency room for stitches. Shiv, my husband, was clearly not a part of our life back then. As we moved into our teen years, Aruhn only became more handsome and funny, while I gained momentum in the field of mathematics. He has always been someone I have physically and socially looked up to. Aruhn can largely be credited for my impeccable taste in music and, unfortunately, my strange sense of humor. In high school, he would drive me to school in an emerald Toyota Corolla and blast classics such as Compton by the Game and Curse of Curves by Cute Is What We Aim For. To this day, most people in my high school class do not believe Aruhn, runner-up campus heartthrob, is my brother. This is the part where I'm probably going to cry. I'm just going to throw that out there now. On a serious note, I am incredibly lucky to not only call Aruhn my older brother, but honestly my best friend. He has been my person since I was a kid and did his best to protect me from all of the dangers of the world. For example, he often intentionally intimidated boys I had crushes on, but I never actually spoke to. He is probably the smartest person I know and one of the most hardworking. He is kind and thoughtful, taking time to listen to my long, drawn-out stories and counseling me when I need advice. Other than my husband, he is probably the only person who sees me for who I am and sees me for all that I can be. I don't know where I would be without his love and friendship, and I am so glad he is mine. Yoo Jin, there are no words to describe how wonderful you are. You have managed to handle the quirks of our family, and especially Aruhn. You have been there for Aruhn during many difficult situations and still remain a shining light. You are absolutely brilliant and breathtakingly beautiful. I am so happy to call you my sister and cannot wait for all the memories we will make. Like, when is the next Blackpink concert? Before I end this, I want to impart some marriage advice. When times get hard, remember who you married. See the person for who they really are and not what a fight or a difficult time made that person to be. Remember how lucky you are to have found your soulmate, and that will make every day of your marriage even better than the last. Cheers to Aruhn and Yoo Jin.
Both of us giving a speech, but Yoo Jin is being emotional, and so I'll take over our duty. So forgive me if there's some stumbles here. First of all, thanks to everyone who made it out here today, and for those of you who stuck it out through this morning's 4 hours of Hindu traditional wedding stuff too. It's been an especially, shall we say, challenging time to plan a wedding. We've canceled and rescheduled this place like 3 times, so thanks to Stacy Kirk, wherever she is, for her patience in all of that. And we know it's been very difficult to travel, and we know it's risky to travel, and so we appreciate all of you doing that and being here today with us. We're deeply in debt to all of you for all of that. So many of you have joined us from the East Coast, our homies from Boston, somewhere. All right, our in-laws from Pittsburgh, somewhere. And friends from DC as well, so that's pretty far. Amigos from Texas. What's up, guys? And then we got, anyways, all of our great friends and family from California and everyone else. I'm sorry if I missed everyone. This was Yoo Jin's part, and I'm reading it now. So thank you all for being here. We're especially grateful to Yoo Jin's father, mother, brother, and sister-in-law, as well as her aunt and uncle, who traveled the furthest, all the way from Seoul, South Korea. They had to deal with PCR tests and traveling internationally with masks on, as well as traveling with kids. And they did all that during a pandemic, so we're really grateful to all of you for putting that together. I know it's a sacrifice. I want to say a few words about Yoo Jin's mom first. So Yoo Jin's mom is her idol in so many ways. They're like sisters every time I see them. They shop together, they drink wine together, or she drinks beer and Yoo Jin drinks wine. They laugh together, and they've actually traveled a lot of the world together. So Paris, Germany, Hungary, Japan, and she's never been any of those places with me. So, but you know, she's got a few years on me. I'll catch up. She's been so sweet to me, welcoming me to the family. Every time I see her, she's really, really kind to me. She got me my 2 all-time favorite gifts. Mont Blanc fountain pen and a Mont Blanc backpack too, which I loved. And I'm so grateful for everything that she does for us. So thank you so much, and I'm proud to call you my mother now. You're supposed to say we love you, Mom.
We love you, Mom. 사랑해요.
사랑해요. And Yoo-Jin's dad is an amazing father. He's so kind. He's always asking about my well-being, if I feel okay. This morning and yesterday, he kept asking if I was too cold because I was shirtless for most of yesterday and this morning as well. I'm sure many of you have some great pictures of that. And I feel like he's my own dad. He's always looking out for me. We're similarly handsome. But I should also say that they've been really great sports, both of them, in partaking in all of the Hindu traditional rites that have been challenging. Yes, thank you. Many of you have told me that they did a better job saying the Sanskrit words than I did, so appreciate that, guys. Thought you were my friends, but maybe not. It's been great to get to know Yoo-Jin's brother, who I'm meeting for the first time, and sister-in-law as well. They've joined us from Seoul. Some of the nicest, sweetest people you can ever imagine. We had a nice little dinner last night, and I have the cutest little niece and nephew in the world right there. So they're already dancing, but make sure you see them on the dance floor because it's a sight to behold. I'd like to take a moment to thank my family so much. The reality is that a lot of the traditional notions of family don't really fit our family. It's more like extended family, but extended doesn't really capture it, I would say. They've been with us for most of the entire week, and my grandma's been here for longer, so you can imagine how much they've helped and been supportive, especially to my mom, who's been on the verge of emotional breakdown for the last 2 weeks, but definitely maybe even longer, actually. So, for example, I have a beautiful, hilarious mom who I'll talk about, and I've got other moms too. I've got a few other moms, and before you start thinking the worst of my dad, let me explain. My aunts are like my second mothers, okay? And many of the aunties joining us in the crowd today from Las Vegas and elsewhere, they've known me since I was born, or even a little bit after. So all of them have helped raise me. My aunts are here from Dubai and India, and are helping so much today and making sure that my mom is alive and breathing, and that's important to me. And they've been pampering me and Bubs a lot too, or Yoo-Jin a lot too, so that's something that really appreciate. So love you, John and Chitti and Sudha Chitti. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thank you. All right. I'm not going to say which one is my favorite. I'll get in trouble. Either way, right? Okay. Yeah. And let me say a few words about my Pati. My mom already spoke quite beautifully about her, but my Babani Pati, my mom's mom, always made me feel loved. So she was pivotal in raising both myself as well as my sister. And obviously I turned out quite well and Derv didn't, but so you're batting 500, Pati. It's pretty good. It's hard not to love her. She's one of the sweetest people anyone has ever met. She's always kind of involving herself in things. That's the way I would put it. And I would say that she loves Bubs, Yoo-Jin, as much as she loves me, and that's something I'm really grateful for. All of my moms, my chittis, all the aunties here, they feel like my mom, and they're all as beautiful and hilarious as my mother, and we love them so much. So thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for everything you've done. So likewise, I've got a goofy, lovable father named Rama. We heard from him already. You talked for way too long, Dad. That was not but I've also got my Chittaba here, who's been like my right-hand man today, all the way from Dubai. My Kanan Chittaba. That handsome guy right there. All right. And we've also got my Lion Tata. I call him Lion Tata because he's fierce like a lion. No, actually, I used to just ride him around as a kid. I called him a lion, actually. He's here from all the way from India. He's been around for a lot of different things, and he's always giving me good advice. And thank you for being here today, both of you. We also have our great, great family friends in Las Vegas, who my mom also mentioned. So Gopal has been pivotal. There's Gopal. He was emceeing some of the event this morning, as well as Sashi Uncle and many others who have obviously taken an active role in arranging things, so we really appreciate all of that. My Uncle Kala, who's sitting out here, is sneaking me alcohol when I was on stage today. I wasn't supposed to say that out loud, I think, but okay. And they've been fathers like for me for a long time. We had a little bit of fun. We never really went out. We didn't do any of that this week. Stayed at home. Good kids. But you know, they've made this entire week very special. So much love to those guys as well. Very much appreciate you being out here. And finally, we got my brother-in-law, Shiva, my sister's husband, who always makes me giggle like a little schoolboy, and we always have a good time together. So thanks so much, and much love to these fellas over here. All right, my mother, let me say a few words about her to make her cry again. My mother, who has loved me unconditionally since I was born, and is so intelligent and beautiful, retains all of her energetic love for us, even though she's all of 35 years now. She's been 35 for quite a few birthdays. But, you know, we love you, Mom. I can only thank God that she's always protected me. Everyone says I take after her. I'm so proud when people tell me that. I can't return the favor, even if I had 1,000 lifetimes, but I'll try my best every day. So, love you, Mom. All right, let me turn to Dad. So my dad is my best friend, period. But he's also a role model to me as a father and a husband. We laugh about it, but it's really aspirational for me. I hope that my life will look someday like his, because he's really an inspiration. He's never stopped supporting me when I'm his age, because he is the man. I always tell my dad he's the man in a funny way, like, you're the man, Pops. But today, I mean it more than ever. You're the man, Dad. I love you, Rana. All right, and then there's Derv, my little sister. So definitely not saving the best for last year, but Derv, she's you know, my little sister. She's the most loving and fiercely loyal person I know. She'd do anything for me as well as for Bubs, and I do anything for her. We do anything for her. I feel so lucky to call her sister, but it's definitely something beyond a sister. I don't know what a bestie for life is, but she calls me that, so I call her that too. So maybe we're besties for life. She's honestly like the third person in my marriage to Yoo Jin, kind of like an overbearing mother-in-law. But it's actually really sweet and loving and funny. So we're really weird together, and I apologize in advance to any of you who have heard us talk to each other. It's just a weird conversation. I know it's weird, and we both seem awkward, but it's actually just funny, and she's actually just relentlessly mean to me, my mom, and my dad, but we still love her. In all seriousness, she's helped Yoo Jin feel so welcome in particular, and she's been so involved with wedding prep. It's actually astonishing how much she can do in a day. She's my confidant, personal comedian, little sister, big sister, mom, dad, you name it. She's all of that for me, but most of all, I know she's in my corner, and for that, I can't say thank you enough to her, so we love you. All right, apologies for going long, but I have to say thanks to a few more people. Again, Stacy Kirk has done a fantastic job organizing everything and being extremely patient. I don't know how you do it, Stacy. Everyone at the Four Seasons for kindness, optimism, especially when things were getting rescheduled and all that good stuff was happening. Thanks to Chris Parikh and the master chefs at Mint for the great food. My dad thanks you in particular. He's probably eaten way too much already. Thanks to our wonderful musicians, who some of you may have heard today. They were absolutely fantastic. They killed it. DJ Mike Fox for his patience and his sick beats. And everyone else involved with the music, as well as to Susie and Will for masterful photography and actually being quite emotionally supportive as well. It's been great. Finally, let me say a word about my beautiful, intelligent wife. Gosh, I'm the luckiest man alive on a daily basis, and Yoo Jin reminds me of that actually right as soon as we wake up. I love you the most, Bubba. You'll always have my heart, soul, and spirit. I'm a blessed man in so many ways, with the best family in the world, but the best part of my life is you. I love you, Bubs. Don't ever forget that, okay? Okay. You're supposed to say something now. Kind of said she liked me too. She's so excited. But again, let me thank you all for being here, celebrating with us tonight. It's special to us. We won't ever forget it. And last but not least, let me just say, don't let us down on the dance floor. So, thank you.
சிகரத்தை அடைந்தால் வானத்தில் ஏறு என்னோடு தமிழ்நாட்டு மன்னப்பா
From India, Korea to Las Vegas, we thank you, ladies and gentlemen.